What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to another video. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about a super common topic within Fortnite that a lot of people dig into, which is how to get better aim. Everybody wants better aim, whether you're missing your shots in game or you just want to hit more of them. It's a super important topic, and I think it's something a lot of people miss out on nowadays. A lot of people can run a freaking crazy edit course, go through the craziest build fight, but when it comes down to actually get the kill and hit that shot, they can't do it. So in today's video, we're going to be going over some general tips to improve your aim, as well as some of the creative maps that I think are going to be the best for it. Before we get into it, if you go on to enjoy this video, be sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new and you want to see more. And lastly, guys, if you want to show some extra support, it's always super appreciated if you use code TECHO in the item shop. It's 100% free for you, and it seriously does help me out a bunch. So as always, a huge thank you to everyone who uses it. But without further ado, let's get into today's video. So as everyone watching this video should know, aim is one of the most important things in Fortnite, and I cannot stress enough how much you need to work on your aim in order to become a better player, because at the end of the day, if you can't hit the shots, you're going to lose the fight. You may be wondering where you should get started in order to see a lot of improvement in your aim, and that's where this first video comes in, which is going to cover creative maps. I do want to take a second to acknowledge apps like Kovacs, Aim Beast, Aim Labs, and all those sorts of things. Those are also a really good way to improve your aim on PC, but in my personal opinion, for pretty much everybody, creative maps have simply become the simplest option, and in many cases the better option in the OG remix season and in recent seasons. When you're looking for a map to start grinding, you want to make sure it has good crosshair placement and tracking drills, as those two things are super important. So with that said, the first map you definitely want to practice to improve your aim is going to be the Mechanics Training Map by Raider464. Now I say Mechanics Training Map, but it does have a ton of aim training in it. This map has been among the top played creative improvement maps for a reason, and it's been like that for a long time. It has everything you need to improve your aim, but also other key skills as well. I personally play this map when it comes to improvement, and it has helped my aim improve so much over the course of a short period of time. A lot of pro players use this map to warm up and keep their aim in top shape, so there's no reason you shouldn't be trying it out as well. Once you get into the map, the first thing you want to do is head over to the weapons area and pick up a Spaz and regular AR or something like that. You want to try to practice with whatever's currently in the loot pool. No point in practicing with stuff that's not even in the game, because we want to get better at the current season. Obviously, playing with stuff that's not currently in the game can help you improve your aim, but you might as well get used to the mechanics of the stuff that's actually currently in the game. This map has over 15 different drills you can do. All of them are going to help you with different aspects of your aim. Three that I think are really important and you're going to want to play the most are going to be the full piece 200, the AR tracking, and the reaction flick. These three alone are going to drastically improve your aim if you play them consistently. And of course, you got 12 entire other ones for you to spice it up time to time and round out your skills. The other ones are fantastic too. Those are just three I wanted to make a note of. When you play the full piece 200 mode more and more, you're going to notice your aim is getting better, especially when you edit something or you fully box someone in a real game. Pretty much those piece control type of scenarios, if you think about it that way. This is so important because all the time I see people with great tracking aim. When they're not editing anything, they can hit a bunch of shots, but right after they make an edit, they miss everything. Another good part about this map is you can actually do aim duels with a friend if you queue into the map with one. Obviously, I've talked about those in the past. Those are fantastic. A lot of people do aim duels right before they get into ranked, and it makes all the difference for them. Overall, this map is really good and can help your aim tremendously. I definitely recommend you implement this into your routine, which we will talk about how to start an aim routine in just a little bit. But for now, I'll go ahead and put the code up on screen to Raider's map. The second map we're going to talk about in today's video is going to be the aim, edit, and piece control map made by Zero Build. This map is super useful and super user-friendly. The guns you're going to need are automatically going to be in your inventory, and all you need to do is walk into the rift with the big aim sign above it. It's kind of hard to miss it. It just says aim. From there, you're going to be transported to an entire island dedicated to aim training. If you want, you can also go to the guns area and get an SMG, but me personally, I just use shotgun AR. There are so many different drills to choose from, and I recommend you go through at least all of them for a few minutes when you play this map. Unlike some parts of Raider's map, this one uses all Fortnite characters, which makes it even more realistic. Even if you play it for like 10 minutes or something like that, you're definitely going to see improvement in your tracking. With that said, I'm going to go ahead and put up the code to this map on screen as well. From my personal experience, I think this map for some people can be better for medium to long range AR and sniper type of practice, and a lot of people find more success with Raider's map when it comes to crosshair placement and shotgun drills. You're going to want to find the best drills in each map that are going to help out different parts of your aim, which is why I would definitely recommend you use both of these maps, but you can use them for different things so you get the most out of them. The map we just talked about also has a cool ranking system, which mirrors the system already in Fortnite. Just another little cool feature. As you go through the aim drills, pay attention to how accurate you are with your shots. You want to get that number as high as you can possibly get it the more you play. That way when you get in game, you're going to miss less. Even if you hop into this map and Raider's map for something like 5, 10, 15 minutes when you get on, whether you do it as part of a warm-up routine or you take a break in the middle to do some aim training, these are easily some of the best maps to practice your aim in. So moving into the next part of the video, I'm going to give you guys some generalized tips on how to improve your aim, and most importantly, how to stick to a routine. Almost every single pro player, when you think about like Bugha, Clix, Peterbot, guys like that, they have a routine that they follow pretty much every every single day that helps them not only maintain their skill level, but continue to improve day in and day out despite how good they already are. If you're serious about getting better at this game, then you want to do the same exact thing. And since you made it so far into the video, it's obvious you're pretty serious about getting better aim. Now, let's be honest here, not a lot of people enjoy playing these creative maps over and over again. It gets boring really fast. So to build a good routine that we can actually stick to, we need to start by being realistic. Now, how you do this is all going to be determined on how many hours you play each day. I recommend that you just do this when you first get on and just start out by playing both of the maps I told you about. It's going to give you some sense of consistency, and it's better if you just get it out of the way early. So what I recommend you do is try to dedicate a certain amount of time. Depending on how long you play a day, it could be 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, or more. In general, I recommend maybe 20 minutes to do both of these maps if you play more than like 5 hours a day, or if you play less than that, do like 10-15 minutes. You don't want to spend the bulk of your time in Fortnite doing aim training, but you definitely want to get enough time in where you can get that repetition. The reason for this is because at the end of the day, playing the actual game and focusing on your aim is what's going to help you a lot. And when you really think about it, you do get aim training just from getting in fights. What we're trying to do here is specifically attack it. Obviously, doing an aim training map is going to give you way more potent practice in terms of your aim than just playing the game. To be able to stick to a routine, I would try to write it down, whether you want to put it on a little sticky note or something like that, or just have it in the notes in your phone or something like that. A lot of people do it on like a sticky note or something like that, so it's just the first thing they see when they get ready to play. It's going to remind you what you need to do for the day. It's going to get you nice and warmed up so you can do well in your games. For this to work effectively though, you got to stay consistent, guys, and remember the goals that you've set for yourself. If you want to get better than everybody else, then you got to practice harder than everybody else. And if you apply all this, then there's no reason you shouldn't be able to get insane aim in a decent amount of time. Getting into just a couple more general tips regarding aim training that I picked up over the years, you definitely want to focus on finding the right sensitivity for yourself, and most importantly, stick to it. I see a lot of guys changing their sensitivity super often, and it just ruins their chances of getting good aim. A lot of it is just based on muscle memory and being used to your current sensitivity, and yes, you can adapt to a new sensitivity, but if you're changing it every single day, that's not going to help you at all. So you want to find a good sensitivity that allows you to have good mechanics and consistent aim, and stick to that for as long as possible. Of course, if the time comes where you do need to change it or you feel like it's holding you back, go ahead, but don't be one of those people that does it on a weekly basis or something like that, because that's just going to hold you back, especially if you're doing aim training. Making sure your crosshair placement is on point as well is going to help you a ton. Whether you're making an edit on someone, someone's making an edit on you, you're going for AR shots, snipes, or whatever else. A lot of the top players you see every single day have mastered their crosshair placement, and in order to reach the top level in this game, of course, you're going to want to too. And the final thing you want to take away from this video, guys, and the last thing I want to say, is just to stay consistent. Don't get me wrong, knowing these maps and playing them are going to be super important, but the most results you're going to see from this type of stuff is if you do it consistently over a long period of time. So make sure the routine that you set up is something sustainable and try to stick to it. And in the end, if you do that, it's going to work wonders. But with all that said, guys, that's going to wrap it up for today's video on how to get insane aim in Fortnite. Overall, by using the maps we talked about and using the tips that we talked about, you should be able to get some really good aim very fast. Once again, guys, if you do develop an aim routine or anything like that, my biggest tip is just to stick to it. Yes, it can get boring, and yes, getting on the game when you're excited to play and doing aim training first, it can definitely get annoying. But once you see yourself hitting those 200s in game, it's all over. If you guys found this video helpful, then be sure to drop a like on it. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and you want to see more content just like this in the future. And of course, it's always super appreciated if you could use code TECHO in the item shop. Completely free for you, and it seriously does help me out a bunch. As always, a big thank you to everyone who uses it. But with that said, thank you all for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.